But
you don't remember why? Well, I remember why, and let me tell you.
You guys are so stupid.
We literally...
You guys are literally dumbasses. Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Fujoshi Hour. We are a small group of Fujoshis, and we'll be starting our anime podcast for today. This is Daanny here as your host, and I am here with Pyunni and Minty.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright. So, the thing that we're going to be mainly focusing on today is shoujo anime. And to start off with, because shoujo is so much about people getting into relationships and dating, I want to talk a little bit about our personal dating experiences, mainly looking at Pyunni.
Yo, Daanny straight up out here sounded like this is a presentation of some sorts.
Isn't it a presentation?
No.
Yeah, like what is this? Just talk regularly to us.
Am I not
What's
talking
going
regularly?
on? I was like, what is this introduction?
Am I not talking regularly?
No, this is not how you talk.
Are you
man.
sure?
Yes.
それでも頑張っているよ.
I don't know. It's in terms of, getting back to what we're here for. Dating experiences.
I got nothing, man.
Yes, well, I think. Yeah, you have something. I'm sure.
I'm sure you got something we don't know about.
Your 20 plus years of life.
Yeah, 20 years of life. I'm gonna go dig up my my character's fucking grave and get in a relationship with him. That's my current experience.
Which character?
Emmett-chan!
2D over 3D. 2D over 3D.
Emmett-chan is so cute. I want to rip his arm off.
Yo, 2D over 3D now? I agree with that ever more so, ever since I started dating. Oh my god. Literally,
How many relationships have you been in?
One proper one, and one sort of like a fling, I guess you could call it.
Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho.
Which one do you guys want to hear about more? Like, both of them each have their own problems.
Both of them!
Yeah, both? Okay.
Sure.
In terms of, like, how shoujo lied to me, I'll go off my first relationship just because that one, like, destroyed me the most in terms of, like... It was just so disappointing. Because it literally went from... I'm reading all these manga about how all these guys are, like, taking care of the girl and doing, like, cute romantic gestures, and then all of a sudden, I get into my first relationship, and, I wasn't 100% expecting it to be, like an anime, obviously, because I'm not stupid, but like, there's, like, you read it, and you kind of expect it to be real, and, like, a little bit, because, authors are writing it, real people wrote it.
Uh-huh.
No? Just me?
Well, they're all tropes, so, like, technically it's not realistic
but
anyway.
if you're reading so much of it, some part of it you're like, maybe it actually is real, right? Like, you trick yourself into thinking that as well. Alright,
listen, the only thing I learned from shoujo...
No, I want to hear about Yuri's dating
manga.
experience.
Yeah, fuck your dating experience. No. But I'll quickly finish up. So, like, my first relationship was... It was barely 3 months, honestly. And maybe it was just the guy, or maybe it was me thinking that it was going to be like a little shoujo anime relationship. But it just made me so sad. It's been a while now. I forgot how to describe it, but I just felt sad the whole time. I'm like, this ain't what anime told me.
What happened? Like, it just wasn't what you expected?
Yeah, not at all. It was very different. The second one was a little bit more anime, I guess you could call it, but the first one definitely was not.
Was the first one your fling, or was your first one the more legit one?
The first one was the fling.
Maybe you're comparing it to the wrong kind of anime, so you gotta look for the animes where you have the playboy.
Well, at the time, I think I was mostly reading, like... I wasn't even reading shoujo manga at the time, I was just reading isekai trash. don't know. Maybe it was like that 13 or 14-year-old girl inside me was just like, so it's gonna be like Fruits Basket, and you're gonna be like Toru, and you're gonna find your Kyo.
Oh, you're sweet. So you're building up your harem?
I wish. But enough about me. I want to hear about Daanny's two-month relationship. 1 month?
It was almost 3 months.
Ooh. I don't even know anything about it. Like, what even happened?
Oh, I mean, first of all, it was over the internet, and it was long distance, right? So there's no way we could meet, especially because we're in the middle of a pandemic. And then after a while, I kind of realized that I don't really like or enjoy being in a relationship. It's not really for me. So then we kind of decided to break it off. But we're still really good friends, so it's not like we had a whole fallout by breaking off that relationship.
I mean, online relationships, I don't know how you guys do it. Like, you and our other friend, I don't know how you guys make so many friends over the internet.
I mean, compared
Common
to her,
interests.
I don't think I have that many friends over the internet, though. Like, with another
Yeah.
friend, we're not really in contact anymore, but when she used to come out with us to, like, dinner and stuff, she's always on her phone. Okay, no, that's okay, but, like, if you're going out with us for dinner, or we're chilling together, right, that's the time that you've set aside to be with us, right? Like, we're getting together and we're all friends and shit. It feels kind of rude.
It's not kind of rude, it is rude.
It is rude, right?
Yeah, well, like, I would, like, look over to her phone. Because I think I know who you're talking about.
It is who you're talking about.
and, like, she
it's
would be
it's who you
messaging.
think I'm talking about.
Like,
Like, it's absolutely...
But no. Like, yeah, she would be talking to her other friend on, like, a whole different topic. Like, it's like a whole different subject. They would be talking about, like, other people when she's with us.
Like, if you don't... it feels like what you're trying to say is, I'm out here with you, right? But I would much rather be somewhere else chatting with these people because I care more about these people.
No.
Like, that's what it feels like.
No, I don't think it's necessarily I don't care about you guys as much as them. I think it just comes off as that way. She doesn't necessarily
That's what
mean
it comes off as, right? Like, yeah, of course, she probably doesn't mean it that
Yeah.
way, but that's how it feels when you're on the opposite side of it. Because,
Well, it's like you're not their priority
Yeah,
as of
exactly.
right now.
of course, it's different if you're out with a group of friends and somebody contacts you and says, "Hey, I really need to talk. Do you mind, like, setting out some time?" Like, that's a totally different topic, right? This is just like when you're out there and then you're chilling and everything is like perfectly normal under normal circumstances, and they're taking that time and setting it out for something else.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it's quite rude. Please don't do that.
Please stop. Please stop looking at your phone at the dinner table. This is basic manners.
Please stop putting your phone above everybody else at the dinner table. This is basic manners. Is it not?
No, it is. It is.
Well, okay, well, what I was saying before, like, the only thing I learned from Shoujo was, like, oh, if something happens and it's, like, all sparkly background, oh, you caught feelings, but that's not exactly
You don't
how
believe
it
in love at
goes.
first sight?
Well,
You don't believe in sparkles and
Or
flowers
sorry, no,
behind the boy?
not love at first sight, attraction at first sight.
no, I do, but it's just, okay, so okay, this actually happened to me. So you know how the guy and the girl would be talking, but then be like, oh my god, I don't know English. What the is that
Describe
word?
it.
Say it in Chinese.
Describe it.
What's that word in English? Homete?
Praise me.
I said
Praise
it in
me.
Japanese. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so you know how the guy would praise the girl for doing a good job on a certain
No.
project, and then he would pat her head, and then she would like, oh, he touched me. I'm blushy now. Oh my god, maybe I like
reality
him.
is
Right?
like, don't fucking touch
then-
me.
Okay. Kind of.
So then that kind of happened to me. This guy, like back in high school, pat me on the head,
Isn't that just because you're short?
and then I was just like, well, yeah, probably that, because everyone's freaking taller than me. But like that happened to me, and I was like, huh. It's not as sparkly as I
You
thought.
expected it to
Okay.
be your next like anime.
Same thing though. In high school, some guy like patted me on the head, and I like visibly cringed.
that oh jeez.
Yeah.
It was like, ew.
Yeah, because I
what
was
the
like,
fuck?
my heart is not going doki doki right now. What's going on? Something shoujo
Bro,
lied
I
to
find
me,
it
man.
so cringy when guys try to like nonchalantly
Yeah.
nonchalantly
Yes.
try to touch you
Yes.
and make it seem like, oh, it was an accident, it wasn't on purpose. Like I remember this one time in elementary school, it was like after a basketball game, we're all giving each other high fives after a game, and this guy made it look like he tripped, but he didn't, and he like kind of hugged me, and it was like, ooh, that's cringe, don't touch me.
Oh my god, isn't that like every single like stereotype where in a harem where the girl trips and then
no!
panty shot?
It made me so
Dude,
uncomfortable.
we were elementary. Have you ever had anything like that?
Yeah, it's
Minty?
not as rose and flowers as shoujo makes it out to be.
I just can't imagine anyone actually doing that in real life. It feels so slimy, slicky, icky.
Oh yeah, no. Like, don't. This is my private square.
Square bubble.
No? Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Don't you remember?
I remember
You mean-
back in elementary we had this phase where like we went around, we did that over and over again.
Yep.
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 It's not a time of my life I like to recall.
What, you guys haven't like what about other
Other than the-
experiences?
Other than the like
about
tripping
shoujo
and like
tropes?
pretend touching, that's like the only one that I can think of right now.
I
Same.
don't have a lot of those experiences. I think it's because people think I'm like intimidating on the first look, or so I've been told.
Yeah, you got
Like
that
no one really
RBS.
achieves.
RBF.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't think I do, but I've been told that I do. Though there is this one time where I was at the scratching station and I was waiting for somebody. And you know, like when you're waiting for somebody, you just like kind of stand around. You're on your phone and you're doing stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the corner of my eye, I see like on the opposite side of the sidewalk, there's like two guys kind of standing around and they're like whispering to each other. We're fairly close, so you can kind of like see it pretty clearly, right? Eventually, one of the guys walk up to me, and he goes, "Hey, do you need any directions anywhere?" And I just looked at him and I was like, "What the f is this guy on?" And I go, no, because I was in my hometown, right? This is the place I've literally grown up in. Like, I know exactly where I'm going, what I'm talking about. And he just goes, "Oh." And then he goes, "The weather's really nice today, huh?" And I'm like, yeah. And then he walks away.
That oh, he attempted to hit on you.
Oh my god.
Is that what it is?
Oh.
I just got
Now that
secondhand
you brought
embarrassment
up-
from that story.
Like, I don't know, you could see him like slowly approaching and I'm just like, please don't come this way, I don't want to talk to you.
Your story just reminded me of like this time I was catcalled. So it was like during the summer and it was really hot and it was like the first time that I wore a dress in a long time. And then this car drove by and this guy in the back seat, he wasn't even in the passenger seat, he wasn't even the driver, but the guy in the back seat was like, woohoo, oh my god, like something like that. It's like, girl, can I have your number? And I was like, what the?
No, he isn't.
What?
He wasn't
They
even the
kept
one driving. He's
though.
just the bro in the back seat. Loser!
That's so sad.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
And I just stared at him. I was like, okay, ignore. And then so he kept looking at me when he drove while the car was just driving by. And then he was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
he shouted, oh, okay.
And I was like, what? Yeah. And I was like, all right, that just happened. That just happened.
I feel like sometimes when it's like one car full of guys, when they're the homies and the bros, they feel the need to impress each other for some reason. Like, you know how I live in a really isolated area?
Mm-hmm.
There's like this one trail that leads to my house.
Yeah.
And I was going down that trail, and at night it's super, super dark because there's not that many lights. And this car drives by, and they start screaming out the window. And I'm like, what the f*** is that sound? So I jump, right? And then all the guys in this car start laughing at me from the inside. I'm just like, what? Like,
No, it's just stupid.
you know the brain loading screen?
Daanny's brain has stopped working.
Pretty much, yeah. Because I
Literally.
don't understand what the value of doing that is. Like, it's so lame. Why would you waste your time doing that?
Like, not to sympathize with them being rude to people in public, but I do understand the notion of when you're with certain people, you sort of have a personality that goes with it. Like, I'm a certain way when I'm with one group of friends, or a certain way when I'm with my family, you know? Aren't you guys?
I mean, of course, with different people, you're obviously going to show different sides of yourself, right? Because it's more appropriate for that situation.
Yeah, but like, don't be rude to others at any given time.
Yeah, exactly. My issue is when you get random people who are completely uninvolved with the situation involved, right?
True.
Okay, but like, haven't you noticed that the people who does the catcalling are the same people at you know, those frat boys who do this game? Oh my god.
Us. We are frat boys. Us.
Cause I was walking on campus a couple years ago, just trying to go to my class, and this guy, he was like pretty bulky, muscular, tall, you know, white,
Okay.
you know, the typical frat boy look, you know, and he plays sports, whatever, and he's like on the street. It was just so loud, and he's like, "Come on, play the game with me," and then no one would do it with him.
Was he a freshman?
I would have done it.
I don't know if you can. I can't tell, honestly. I don't know. There's tons
Not
of people
gonna
on
lie, I would have
campus.
done it.
Daanny would have done it. I would not have done it.
I would have done it.
No, it's so dumb.
I'm dumb. Thanks for noticing.
It just radiates testosterone. I'm like, no, thank you, no, thank you.
That actually reminds me of another story. When I was with my ex, we went down. What? Hold on, frog in my throat.
Frog in your throat?
Yeah.
How did I get there?
Oh my god, shut
Croak.
up.
Ghetto.
So we went downtown with a group of friends just to, I think, like, go to Soji Sunday, right? And on our way there, we were at the pub first, and then we started heading downtown. And we...
Heading downtown.
But, like, we had a bit of drinks, and I'm pretty sure the other group had some drinks, too. But, like, on Friday and Saturday nights, the police are there just blocking off that street. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So we were walking down that street, and this other group was passing by us, and someone from my group was just, like, talking. I can't remember exactly what he was talking about, but he was talking to one of our friends, and this guy from the other group was like, "What did you just call me?" Like, really angry, and the whole group turned around, and we were just like, "What the hell? What is this guy on?" And and it was so weird because it suddenly became like a group fight, and I was just looking at everyone in my group like, are you really gonna do this? There's literally cops up and down the street staring at us right now. And
Yo, he's high on testosterone,
I don't know what
man.
the hell this other guy was on, but one of the girls in his group
Oh my god, that hurt my ears.
one of the
Holy-
other girls in this guy's group, she, like, straight up got into my face and was, like, talking shit. And I was like, first of all, I don't know you people, and you guys
What was she
started
saying?
this. Oh, it was something like a fight was gonna start, and she was basically sizing up her opponent, right?
Oh, okay.
And the funny thing is that everyone from my group were all from Taekwondo, right? And we're just looking at these people like, you really want to go? You really want to go right now?
I was just gonna say, I'm like, wait, she was sizing up you?
I know! Well, like, at the time, it was like, I wasn't dressed up or anything. I was just in casual clothing. But she was dressed like some hooker. I swear to God, she was wearing like 6-inch heels or something.
Yo, you like push her in one side and she'll fall.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't touch her though. Like, as soon as the fight broke out, she basically stepped back. I was like, why'd you come up to me then if you were just gonna back off? What was the point?
All talk, no
all
bite,
bark,
or
no
whatever
bite.
that phrase is called. Yeah.
If you're gonna pick a fight, at least go for it.
Right?
I mean, you start what you finish, but apparently she didn't finish it.
Like,
so.
That's what I mean. The group mentality. This guy probably wanted to look real good in front of that girl.
Kind of on the topic of shoujo manga and animes. Do you guys play any Otome games? Because I do.
Yeah, we know you do.
Yeah.
Spamming the Discord.
I did for a while, and then I stopped playing it. I haven't played Otome in like a long time.
Well, you were really into the one back in high school, right?
Yeah, it was called Midnight Cinderella. I like actually spent money on that one. But it was really sad. Like, okay. I played like maybe 5 routes in total, but they were still updating for like the side character routes, right? So I first played Louis, I don't know. I don't know. He was kind of my type,
he
but
had
then I played his route. No, he was blonde.
At least platinum?
I think so. It was like the lighter blonde.
No, it was just blonde.
It wasn't
yellow.
It
was just blonde.
No, it
was yellow.
What are you talking about?
It was. Oh, but yeah, okay, but then he turned out to be the most boring character I've ever played. I was like, oh my god, just...
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of personality.
I'm like, I liked you, but oh my god, you're so boring. So then, after playing, like, the other main people, they updated, right, with Leo?
Leo had white hair.
He's literally my favorite.
Leo had white hair.
Yeah, he's my favorite! He was really interesting, too.
Was he?
But then that game died for me when I broke my phone. And, you know when you get the app again, you have to sign in that it saves your data?
Oh, no.
I did not sign in. So I lost everything. It's fine. It's fine, you know, just sad. All my closed items are just disappeared. All my progress. Not salty to this day.
What was that other one?
I believe it.
What was that other one you guys used to play a lot? Like everyone.
It wasn't.
Mystic Messenger. Okay, so I played a little bit of it for like a couple days, but the grind was too much.
Weak.
So yeah, so then I just stopped playing it, and like the hourglasses were just too expensive.
Weak.
So then I just read the summary of it.
Okay, to be fair, I can
For those that
understand.
don't know, Mystic Messenger plays a little bit different from most Otome games. It comes with chat rooms that are locked to certain hours of the day. So if you miss a chat room, you miss it for real at that kind of hour in like the real life kind of day. My friend and I...
Yeah, so basically you just had to play it in real time.
Much. Like my friend and I would get up in like 3 a.m. to get the midnight chat rooms.
How even?
That's how hardcore we were.
I couldn't even last one day playing. I was like, I can't play it right now. I have to wait 2 hours. Forget it.
Yeah, each route is like 7 days as well. 10 days? I think it's 10 days. So it's a pretty hardcore Ultimate game.
Dude, it's just too much for me.
Talk about really investing the time into it, though.
Have you guys played like Voltage games, like the Otome company?
I know 2 friends that were really, really into their games, but personally, the art style has never appealed to me, and the stories seem kind of flaky.
Wait, is this the company?
I know there was one that
Is this the company that Benkei is from?
Benkei.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No.
I think so. No. He was actually from Shall We Date Otome
Yeah.
games.
All right, but continue with your story. Yeah.
Yeah. No, because Voltage you have to pay most of the time. There's not a lot of free to plays. So then I played a trial for this one game, and I was like, wow, I actually liked these choices that they gave the female lead. She's not dumb. But then I didn't
Not
pay
like,
for it, so I didn't end up playing.
Midnight one. Not like the Midnight one.
Okay. But the roots are
I
free
don't
to
think
play
the
for
female
Midnight
choices in
Cinderella.
the
You just
Midnight
had
one were
to.
the worst ones I've seen. The worst one I've seen by far, is the main character in Utano Prince-sama.
Main character.
I didn't play that one, so I only watched the
Who's the main
anime.
character?
Oh, okay.
The chick with like the rainbow hair and the rainbow eyes.
Was her name
I
like
don't care.
Haruka?
Dude, anyone named
Either way,
Haru
she's
or
I don't
Haruka
remember.
or Haru, whatever, like that's basic name.
Basic
Like,
Otome.
I played
name.
Ai's route, right? And he starts off as this character who like really hates your guts and has like zero disrespect for you, right? So one of the choices was to talk back to him. So I pressed that really excited, right? Because I was like, yeah, take your stance. You then stepped over for the last like half an hour of this game. You show him who you're about. So I pressed it, and she starts to try and like talk back to him, and then he says like one word, and then she just shuts up. I'm like, bro.
I don't think the game is the kind of game that you want it to be. It's not a light novel. Or what do you call those things?
Visual novel?
Yeah, visual novel. It's not a visual novel route where you can get with the nasty with your characters, okay?
No, but it is a visual novel. Like, that's what the game is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it's like Amnesia. It's a visual novel, too. Did I just trigger something?
Okay, well, I played Amnesia fairly, like, earlier on when I was, like, still early high school years, right? Like, a couple, like, last month, I think, I played one route for shits and giggles, and oh my god, it's so bad.
Really? I heard it's just
Oh yeah, no, it's way better than the anime, because the anime is shit.
butchered.
But,
Oh,
like,
okay. So I assumed that the visual novel was also
no.
good. What was so
Within
bad
1 month,
about
one
it?
of the guys locks you up in a jail in his house, and he goes, hey, I'm sorry, I wish you could sleep on my bed, but I need to keep you in this jail to make you safe. And I'm just like, bro.
Okay. But wait. Didn't that happen with one of the characters from Mystic
Yeah, it did.
Messenger?
The only guy whose route I haven't touched, because I hate his guts.
The yandere, right? He was the yandere?
He's not a young...
Oh, no. The Yu-san
Yeah,
was
Yu-san was the yandere.
His name
Juming
was
is
Yu-san, right?
the CEO dude who's super rich and shit and likes cats.
But he also locked you up in a
He did.
cage, didn't he?
That's why I didn't play his route, because I was like, no thank you.
Listen. I only like read summaries of 707 and Unknown. All right, like that's the only people I
Seven
read.
is
I
the
didn't
troll of the
care
group,
for
and I
anyone
love
else.
him for it dearly.
Yes, we love
I
chaotic
only
energy.
know about the white cat.
Elizabeth.
That's the only character I cared for. You do it for the cat. I think I started with him too, just for the sake of the cat. I think
Oh my god.
I either wanted to try his route or, the white-haired character. Forgot his name. Ren? Zen? Yeah.
The narcissist.
But he has white hair.
I forgot about him.
Oh my god, I did want to come back though.
forgot
Like
about
the
him.
Benkei character, I forgot what his game was, like the one he was from was called from that franchise. But I remember this one time, Minty and I were in math class and we were bored, grade 9 math class. What else are you supposed to do, right? And I was playing this game.
The homework?
Huh?
The homework?
You're funny.
No.
And so I was
Bruh.
playing this game, and our other
No.
friend, who was in the same class as us at the time, I don't know why we did it. We were, how old were we? 13? I was like, hey, Minty, what if we pretend there was a boy named Benkei who liked our friend? Do you remember this?
Is that what this memory is? Because no, I remember Benkei, like the character, but
you don't remember
what was
why? Well, I
associated with
remember
him.
why, and let me tell you.
You guys are so stupid.
We literally.
Hey,
You guys are literally dumbasses.
we're the best kind of stupid. All right.
We literally, don't you remember we used to like write messages and put it through like the little holes in the locker to make it seem like this Benkei person had sent.
Benkei was.
You don't remember
this?
I don't remember this, but
Wait.
it sounds like
Because we did do it. It
I
did
remember
happen.
this.
Yeah.
I remember you guys trying to tell me about it,
Wow.
and who was it?
Yeah, you would know about this because you're in the advanced.
Yeah, come
math
down to
class.
math class with us. You get shit like this.
No, I wasn't in the advanced math class.
all
I was
memes.
just in the grade 11 math class.
Were you not?
You were ahead of us. You were like
This was
taking
in grade
10.
No,
9.
'cause- In grade 8, I did math 8, 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in the summer, I did the grade 10 math. So in grade 9, I was in grade 11.
Oh my god, look at her.
Yeah, so
It's not
math
advanced,
class.
it's just
Advanced
another
for our
grade.
age group.
No,
Yeah, you're already like a grade 9 and a grade 11 class. This
it's
is
okay.
bad.
You just don't take it seriously.
To be fair, Daanny has always been like really good at math. Ever since elementary.
Yeah, I can't relate.
As a math tutor, I can safely say that 1 plus 1 is 11.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
combine
you just
it.
put it beside each
That's how
other.
it
Yeah,
works.
that's how math
So
works.
following that logic, 3 plus 3 is
33.
33.
Why did that take us so long? What?
Not gonna lie, I thought of 3 times 3 and I went with 9. And then I was like, wait, that's not addition.
Oh my god. This is dumb
Um,
dumb.
I'm not stupid, you're stupid. Stupid.
I know you are, but
Oh
what
my
am
god,
I?
okay, listen. Okay. Listen, okay, we did a 3x3 for this episode, right? And I was looking at it, I was like, 3x3. Yeah, that's a 6. I was like, hold
That's
up.
not right.
That's
Okay, but
not right.
Who wants to go first?
But yeah, we made a 3x3. Our favorite top shoujo theme
Shoujo manga.
for this episode.
My favorite shoujo manga is Naruto.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a
My
shoujo,
favorite
of course.
shoujo is Cory in the House.
Top best anime.
You suck, you know that?
Dead meme. I'll still talk about it.
Oh my god.
Throwback to the 2012.
All right, who wants to go
2012?
first? Who wants to share first?
No, Minty, I'm sure
I
you have
can
something to share
start.
with the rest of the class.
You already shared it, so let's just look at.
Yeah, I
look at
did. I
that.
posted it on our group server.
All right, go through
Like
it.
an
Go through
idiot.
it.
So we
Alright,
had to
let's
pick
see.
9, right?
Yes, that is what 3 times 3 is.
Yes.
So we
Not-
had to pick
not
33,
6,
right?
Not 6,
Yes,
9. All right, so the first one I see is Mahou Shoujo Madoka.
Yeah.
Why? Tell me why.
I didn't even
Have
know
you guys-
Yeah, I didn't even know
Have you guys
watched
watched it though?
No.
No.
Do you guys know the thing surrounding it about how like episode 3 or 4 was super dark?
All I know is that it's
Yes.
yeah. All I know is
became a
super
meme.
shoujo magical girl, and then suddenly bad things happen. That's all I know from it.
It's like a psychological
It
trauma
is.
or
Pretty much
whatever.
these people turn into magical girls and then they start dying because the thing they're fighting is killing them and shit. In the end, there's these two lesbians and they save the world, but also try to kill the world, so highly recommend. Lots of drama involved in it. Next one, Oran High School. I mean, for this one, I think it's most of our childhood anime, right?
Yeah. I picked a lot of classics because of nostalgic reasons.
Yeah.
But listen, I almost had an existential crisis trying to make this list.
What?
I was like, I can't. No, because I have so many that I like. It's near and dear to my heart, but they're kind
Yo,
of.
show me the trashy choices. I don't want no top 10 anime shoujo whatever picks.
No, but I'm pretty sure you can argue that some of them are trash too, but they're like, still near and dear to my heart. But yeah, it was like choosing between children. I couldn't, it was hard.
I thought choosing between children was easy.
But I can see why you chose Oron. You know, that's a good pick.
It is a good pick. Highly recommend. I don't ship the main pairing. Them.
No, I ship the twins.
What?
Yeah, oh my god. I wanted her to end up with one of the twins.
Twincest.
And if not the twins,
what is that saying?
then like either Mori senpai or Kyoya senpai. One or the other.
What did you ship Mori
Yes.
No.
Honey senpai together?
No.
I did.
Oh god.
What? Oh no, why?
Oh, no.
That's illegal. Actually, wait.
Wait, no?
No, it isn't. No,
Dude,
no,
they're
no,
the same age.
He
No,
just
they're
looks
cousins,
like
aren't
a
they? I
child.
swear they're cousins.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit.
Oh,
They are
shit.
cousins.
Oh,
You're
wait.
right.
Because
I can't
Mori's from
remember.
the
Never
Branch
mind.
family. They're
Alright,
cousins.
Listen.
Never mind.
Listen, we already know that Daanny shipped the twins, alright? The twincest is wincest. What's incest on top of that?
Do you guys remember that one anime? It was made from Brothers Conflict. It was made from this game, and I went ahead and played the 2 games that made up the series. You guys remember the twins in it?
Triplets. They're triplets.
Triplets, yeah. Twins, and then there was a triplet who was more estranged from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the game, you can date the twins at the same time. Or...
His brother's conflict part is on
Wait,
your top
yeah, is it on your list?
What's
Why'd
going
you-
on? Why?
It's not on my list, but I was suddenly reminded of it. But you can date the triplets too, so you can have a quadruple relationship.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
A
you can have a
foursome.
foursome.
Polygamy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so,
great.
yeah, moving on. My next thing on the list.
Yeah, let's move on from all the
Gekkan
incest.
Souzo Nozaki-kun.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah,
It
it's a
is.
classic.
However,
That was really sweet, though. Yeah.
This mangaka did another manga that I like a lot more, Ore-sama Teacher.
No.
I don't think it's a shoujo manga though, so I couldn't put it on the list. But
I think it is. Is it not?
it's not really.
I'm pretty sure it's a shoujo comedy.
It's a comedy,
romance.
but I don't think it's shoujo.
Okay, I love Gekkan.
I think it's labeled. It's labeled under.
Is it?
Shoujo?
We're switching this out
Yeah.
then.
No!
Ore-sama Teacher.
Yeah, this list is
Ore-sama Teacher is better.
finalized.
Yeah, you made your
You
list.
sent it in, this is
solidified.
it.
Yeah, nope.
Nope, I disagree. So moving on, we have
Well,
Akatsuki no
too bad.
Yona.
Is that shoujo?
Oh, see, like, listen, I also wanted to put all these classics in.
You
but
know
then
someone
I,
else
like,
was gonna put it in.
It was hard choosing. Yeah. So I wanted a little bit
Oh,
of
that
difference.
someone was me. I am not afraid to do it.
Literally picking the biggest titles
I don't
ever.
care.
She's basic.
For Akatsuki no Yona,
I thought mine
did
was
you guys
basic.
ship the main two person people?
No. I liked him.
Like
I liked him separately,
Yona
but I
and
didn't ship
Haku?
them together.
I didn't ship them either.
Yeah. I don't know. But Haku likes
Who
her
gives
a
a
lot.
fuck about who Hawk likes?
Oh yeah, who gives a fuck about the character, what the character wants,
Yeah,
right?
I don't give a shit about what the character wants. What I want is obviously more
Oh
important.
my god. Clearly.
Moving on, Hota.
Oh, Hotarubi no Morie. Yeah, that's
I cried.
Listen. Okay. You know that super popular AMV on
Yes.
YouTube? The You Can Make Me
Yes.
King Again. And like that was such a good summary of how the entire movie. And it just makes me cry. Like every single time I want to be sad. I'll just
Why do
watch
you
that
wanna be
video.
sad?
Just, to
Oh,
cry.
You don't have to be sad to cry.
Well, it's easier to release
Okay, so moving on,
emotions
we
when
have
you're
Cardcaptor
sad.
Sakura.
So okay. Yes. Yeah, that's also one of my
Yep,
childhood
grew up watching
ones.
it. First anime that I watched. Can't go without it.
I have one of the CDs in Chinese though.
Nice.
One of the movies.
Number 7.
Wait, I want to know what you guys thought about Shaoran together with Sakura.
I think they're sweet.
Okay.
I like them.
Okay.
Yeah, I like them. Why? What's
I
your
don't know.
take
I
on
didn't
I'm
have
that?
an opinion.
okay
I just
with
wanted
it.
to know.
I'm okay with it, but I would also be okay with it if they just stayed friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god, listen. Like, but then Dika and the teacher, that was a weird thing.
No, I went back and I reread it a while ago, and I got to that part, and I was just like, wait, hold up.
Yeah, like I actually rewatched it like a couple years ago, and like I still delete that pairing out of my mind to this day. I was like, you brought it up, and I was like, did that
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
happen? That's
I
not a
talked to
real
you guys
thing,
about
right?
it.
But apparently, yeah, it's a real thing, and I was like, completely forgot that this pairing even happened because she's like 10, and the teacher's like
Now that's
25.
illegal.
The worst part about it is they try to talk about the girl with like a she's super mature for her age kind of vibe, and that made it just 10 times worse. If you're gonna be a pedo,
Yeah.
at least admit you're a pedo.
Yeah, it's also like Sakura's dad and Sakura's mom, Nadeshiko, I think her name was. Wasn't she also a student and he was a
Yeah.
teacher? I mean, it's sweet that Sakura's dad still.
Wait, why are you
know,
shitting on the teacher-student
thinks of
pairing when you
her.
literally like Ore-sama teacher?
I don't ship those two.
Ah, but you still.
They're not in a romantic relationship.
You hypocrite.
Okay, did anyone like Faster Than a Kiss? Because that's also kind of a student-teacher relationship.
Student-teacher relationships, huh?
I don't know if I can say, because I remember liking it, but then it was kind of weird thinking retrospectively on it.
All right, what's next on your list? What
I
else
was
you
just
got here?
thinking, are they like common?
Is what
Is that a
common?
thing? Student-teacher relationships.
No, because it's illegal.
It's yeah, it's illegal, but like, why is it a thing?
The forbidden fruit.
Okay, but did you guys read Love So Life? Because that also has like a really big, I think it's a 9-year age gap.
No, no.
Moving on, number 7, Full Moon Osagaste.
Okay.
I cried a lot. It was really good. Highly recommend.
I think that was like one of the first anime I cried to.
It's oh my god, it's painful though.
So beautiful, but so
Yeah, when they finally meet again, I lost it. Next up, Exholic. Yuko-san, very cute, very pretty. That's it.
That's unexpected.
Kimi ni Todoke. I needed something to fill the last option, the last slot left on my 3x3, and this happened to be it because I enjoyed it.
Kimi ni Todoke.
Kimi ni Todoke. Yes.
The manga that took 100 chapters to, what was it, hold hands?
Yeah. You know me, I like my slow burn. It's better if they don't get together.
Sure. Okay.
Last one, kind of like a side mention, I guess. Gaku and Alice would be on the list. I enjoyed it a lot. But oh my god, that ending.
I don't remember it.
Oh my god, that ending was absolute
Yeah,
trash.
it was a pretty shit ending.
Was it?
Listen, I wanted Hotaru to have a happy ending, but they just fucking left her in another dimension. It was like, yeah, I'm just gonna move
Yeah,
on
they
with
pretty
my
much
life.
said,
Thanks.
Hotaru goes to another dimension because plot, I guess. And the main character is like, someday we will meet again.
What?
The end.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. You know, the plot twist was really good.
The story was really, really good until the ending.
Yeah. Listen, I shipped Mikan and Natsume a lot.
Is that? Oh no,
And they
it's
were,
not.
like,
That's
really
the,
cute
that's
together.
the fire boy, right?
Yeah.
I liked the upperclassman boy, the one with the star on his cheek. On it.
Oh, what's his name? Yeah, I liked him too. His name started with an A. I can't remember.
But I just
yeah.
that one.
Oh, Tsubasa.
Tell me
His
where the A
name
is.
was Tsubasa. At the end. Yeah, I liked him too.
All right, who wants to go next?
All right, I can.
All right,
Here's
go ahead.
mine.
All right, explain it to me. Tell me why. Tell us why.
Where like Akagame and Shirayuki here is such a wholesome, cute, and like empowering. Like I just love.
I don't
Shirayuki
ship the
a
main
lot.
pairing.
She's so. Yeah, I mean I like the side pairings too. They're really
I wanted
cute
her to
too.
go with the
I mean,
other
just
guy.
everything about this, and I feel bad for Obi a lot because he likes Shirayuki, but then he knows that Zen and Shirayuki is super in love.
Shirayuki's dynamic
Just-
with Obi is way better. Like, let's face it.
What? I like them as friends.
Trash taste.
Because they're like, oh, this is a partnership. Okay, next I have Wotaku. It's not really a shoujo, but it's still probably one of my favorite romances. You know, too relatable.
To the one with no dating experience.
You went there. You had to go. She got nothing to say back.
Yes. Well, it's like the whole title is like Wotaku or
Love.
Otaku wa
Love.
Muzukashi or something like that.
Finding loves in
Yes.
otaku is hard.
Otaku are hard.
Anyways,
Oh my god.
No. Let's go with the Minty's title choice. Otaku are hard.
okay, so my next one is Yumerio Patissier. That's okay, like her learning how to bake and like just working so hard towards a goal. I respect that.
I shipped her with literally any guy except for the actual guy she got together with.
I shipped her with all of them except for Hanabusa.
Why?
I would rather Hanabusa than
The flower
Kasino?
boy.
chocolate kid. Kasino, yeah, Kasino.
The tsundere.
Yeah.
I hate the tsundere.
I
for
like
some
them.
reason.
Okay, if you're dating somebody, right? Why would you want to date someone that's an asshole to you?
No, the whole thing about a tsundere is that they're an asshole to everyone else but you. Right?
Red flags,
If you look at that
flags.
in terms of like real life, though,
Okay, but this is an anime for children. For what is she, like 13 years old?
can you imagine how unhealthy dating someone who's an asshole to everyone except for you
Oh my
is?
god, it's an anime.
Like
Relax.
major red flags.
Let me love my tsundere boys.
He's shit.
No.
And then my next top favorite is probably Lovely Complex.
Is it
guys
because
seen
you
it, right?
associate with the boy? Is it because you associate
What?
with being tiny like the guy?
Well, I like
You got
Vika
me.
because she has like actually personality. They're funny and it's
Is it
really
because she's
entertaining. I don't know. I just
huge?
like the way that they fell in love. Okay. Have you guys read Charming Junkie? Well, have you guys read Charming
No.
Junkie? Should I just
No,
yell
we have
it
not.
for you guys?
I haven't.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. This is like about a modeling. So this is also one of my first gender bends, and like I don't know. It just brought me into that world. I was like, oh, he dresses up as a girl because he's feminine, but he's still a guy. And then Naka, which is the female lead, she has like a really scary face, but she really wants to be a model, but she never gets accepted because of her face. So then they meet. And then she learns how to be a better model. And then he works on trying to be a male model. And I just
Wait, we're
I
allowed
like
to
their
put manga
relationship.
in this? I thought we were just doing anime. Bro!
Well,
My choices have been
it's a thing.
snuffed out from under me! Alright, fine. I'll make a separate one for the sake of my
I said
manga
anime
choices.
and manga was fine. I said
No,
anime
you
and manga was
didn't.
fine.
You said nothing.
You didn't!
Yes,
You
I
said
did.
nothing. You said, "Oh, we're gonna make a 3x3."
We
literally
literally
on
said shoujo
Discord.
anime!
Well, too bad. And Wotaku isn't even a shoujo, so like, oh.
Can you believe this person?
The audacity of this.
And then Kami-sama Hajimemashita. Yeah,
Can you
no,
believe
fuck
the
you guys.
absolute audacity?
Alright, at least she's redeemed herself with the double white-haired characters. Tell me why you like it.
White hair.
The plot, and I really like Nanami. She's a very kind person, and I like the whole like traditional. You get all these like folklore
Kind.
stuff in
Don't
here
you
as
mean
well.
dunce?
Yeah, moving on, and then we have Kaito wa Maid-sama,
I hate it.
classic Usui. You know, the god
I hate
tier
it.
Usui.
I hate
You
it.
can't
I hate it.
can't hate it. And the manga ending
I
was
hate
really
it.
good too. So anyway.
It was alright.
Okay, and wow, okay. Alright. This one's actually really recent. I didn't actually think it would be part of this list, but it is. It's called Romance 101. It's on Webtoon. And I hate love triangles, but I like this one for some odd reason. And the main character, she's not dumb. She's just trying to find a relationship.
Sounds familiar.
And then the last one is Ohayo Ibara-sama. Not Sama. Ohayo Ibara Hime. It's like Wake Up Sleeping Beauty. So, oh my god, the plot is kind of weird. So, like, the guy meets this girl. Totally forgot their name.
Yeah, for someone who puts it on their 3x3 not to know the character's name.
Good job.
Because it's really short. It's like only 26
That's 26 chapters you had to get to know these characters and you still don't know their names?
No, because, okay, the plot is weird because first I think her name was Shizu. She has, like, you think she has a mental illness, like borderline multiple personality disorder, but she's really possessed by all these spirits. So there's actually, like, 6 main characters, and he loves her, and they try to work their way through and making her, like, not, because she's prone to being possessed by spirits. But then the spirits and Tetsu has like a really wholesome relationship, and it gets really hard to say goodbye, and you know, it was really cute.
Alright, let me pull up this masterpiece of a 3x3 for you guys. Even though I couldn't include manga, because I didn't know that was, we weren't allowed, or we were allowed.
I said manga.
You said nothing.
I asked you.
Alright!
You said absolutely
Oh my god, I will quote it for you.
I have actually divided mine into a hierarchy. The first one being, like, the start of my anime career and getting into anime. Just so happens to be Shoujo. Yes, my career. The middle one is odd obsessions that I don't know where the hell they came from. And the bottom line is... Okay, we'll get to it. So, the first one I have on my list is Shugo Kara. And...
that was also part
Someone
of my
else
list.
I watched that
like,
thing like 4 times.
I just find it so ironic that this anime is literally about finding yourself and figuring out who you want to be. And my ass, you know, first actual anime that I watched, like, from the first episode to the last episode, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna like anime. This is what started it. Grade 5 Pyunni was just like, this is it.
I was also in grade 5 where I got introduced to this, and I binged it completely.
Yeah, because we were the age group.
I liked it only like the first 50 episodes though, because it just ended up just being
but it was like enjoyable
afterwards.
filler.
Yeah, it was fun.
Alright, my second one, Mermaid Melody Pitchy Pitchy Voice. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I only liked it because it was about mermaids. I don't know why. I used to have an intense obsession with mermaids. Ariel, it was my favorite Disney princess. And I remember, this is also in the 5th grade, I remember during reading time, I would be humming or like singing the songs to Mermaid Melody. And one of our classmates who sat beside me was half Japanese. And I remember specifically after one reading break, he came up to me and he asked me, he's like, are you singing Japanese songs? And you know, me being the shy, scared otaku, like, don't find out my interest, was like, no.
He rolled an apple towards me in high school.
Oh my god, no way.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and I was just suddenly reminded of that. I was walking down the hallway, he tossed an apple on the side, and he was like, are you gonna eat that? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, he's trying to be Animu.
No, keeping in mind, this guy I haven't talked to since elementary. It has been like 3 or 4 years then. So anyway, sorry.
Anyways, number 3 on my list, child's toy or kodomo no omocha. This anime, I don't know why. I love it so much. It easily top like 5 anime. Just her and her family, and just her being adopted and then trying to help Akito with his family, and then it was just like some success story, and then they finally get together at the end, and it's like, wow, like this makes me feel so completed as a person. Yeah, and I don't know why, I just really like Sana. I felt like I was like Sana a little bit. I was like, yeah, she my girl. I like Sana. Alright, getting into the obsession anime tier. I don't know why, but every anime on this row I've seen more than 6 or 7 times. I don't know why. It's just, that's how it is. So for the first one on this list, so the one that I've seen the most out of all of them is Paradise Kiss. And every time I watch Paradise Kiss, it always makes me, like, I think about it differently each time. Like, I watched it the first time in elementary, and then I watched it again in high school, and then again recently. And it's like the story changes each and every time I watch it. Special. Near and dear to the heart.
That's what you call. That's what
I
you call
know! Like,
growing up.
It grew up with me, but it's been the same. I don't know how to explain it. Makes me...
You notice different things
I know,
with life
but the ending will still forever make me cry, no matter how old I am. Hey,
well,
no
she
spoilers!
Didn't end up getting with George, right?
No spoilers!
What do you mean?
Okay, anyways.
I didn't actually... Yeah, I only watched bits and pieces of it because I wrote my media analysis on it for a psych class. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Next one. What's this one?
Fushigi Yugi, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Is this
Fushigi
Yugi?
And this is the anime that started my male lead syndrome. Because...
Your male lead syndrome or second male lead syndrome?
Second male lead syndrome. Did I see that?
You said male lead.
Oh, sorry. I mean second male lead. Because fuck Tamahome, I'm a Hotohori fan. 100%. She should have ended up with the Emperor. I will forever be mad about this.
That's where dojins come from. Just read fanfiction.
No. Like, if I had to rank them from, like, favorite to least favorite, Hotohori easily at the top. Second, Noriko. Then Tasuki. Chirigo. Chichiri. And then the healer, the little boy, and then Tamahome. Useless.
Wow. What's so bad
He's
about
just
him?
useless.
I didn't actually
Like,
watch it, so.
I get that they want to build him up as being like the strong guy who has to provide for his, maternal family. And it's like, yes, you are the sad boy. We get that she's supposed to like you. But Hotohori treats her so much better, and he's properly liked her since the beginning. But I digress. Next one on my list.
It's always like this though. Like when you have two people that like the main character, one of them's an asshole and the other one's a nice guy, and they always end up with the asshole.
It just Hotohori did not deserve what happened to him. Anyway,
what happened to him?
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Did he die?
Most of them die.
He sacrificed himself for the better of the world, and then he died.
Yeah, it's a heroic
Wait,
death.
actually? Oh, okay, shit.
Well, like, if you watch the anime, you'll know why. But anyways, next on my list is The Slayers. And I've never watched it, like, from season 1 till whatever season they're on. I just have this one season on a CD. I think it's 2 seasons, actually. And it's the only 2 seasons I've ever watched from this anime. And it's one of the seasons is where Miss Lena Inverse and the princess are like singing, and they have have you guys seen it? Have you seen it before?
No.
No? Okay. So it's the one where the
No.
orange-haired girl and the black-haired girl have to sing to summon this deity, and the blue...
You shit on me for not knowing their names, but you
No!
you
I'm
named
just
them by their
saying
hair
because you guys
color.
haven't seen it! I know their names!
Where's the volume down button?
I know their names. I'm just calling them by their hair color for the sake of you guys. So you know who I'm talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
don't.
Okay, the orange-haired one in the front here. That's Miss Lena Inverse, okay? And her and the girl on the left, she's a princess. Those two had to sing together in this, like, one episode of this season to summon this deity. And the blue guy, Zelgoddess, has to read the lyrics to them from behind this, I think it was a coffin. And it's, I'll insert the clip, but it made me laugh so much as a kid. And the second season that I have on CD is the one where she has to, like, conjure up her dark powers and, like, defeat this huge demon lord. So, story for this is, if you guys have ever seen it, like, her full character thing, she has these, like, red orbs on her hands, her belt, and, like, this tiara or necklace thing that she has. And what she would have to do is she would have to, like, put her hands on her, like, in between her torso to line it up to, like, unlock this power. And I saw this when I was in grade 2, and my stupid ass would be out on the playground doing what, like, she would do to try and power up and run around the f***ing field.
Oh my god.
I still remember it to this day. Like, I would put my hands there, and then I would run, and I'd just be like, ah!
Oh my god.
This plot kind of reminds me of like Basara. I think you would like really like that one. It's a really old shoujo manga though, which got adapted into an anime, but just like,
I'll
read the
I'll look
manga.
at it.
And like yeah, it's like from the 80s, but it's top tier probably in terms of shoujo. And I definitely thought Kaleido Star was gonna be on your list.
I did have it on. I was trying to pick between Kaleido Star and Slayers, but I was like, no, I've known Slayers longer. It got booted.
Mm.
So the last tier on my list is the Odd Obsessions list, bro.
These are all just
Well,
like
I thought that's what the
childhood ones
shoujo
for you.
thing. Whatever. Okay, these are my favorite shoujo. The first one on this side, on this row, is Magical Lyrical Girl Nanoha. I don't know why I liked it so much.
I've seen legit like 3 seasons of it. I remember
I kind of remember some of it, but I don't know why I had such a strange addiction to this. Like, I saw all the episodes. I only saw it once, but I saw all the episodes, all the movies, and it was my first Dakimakura pillow.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, my first...
You have a Dakimakura? Why have you never
it's not
told
that big.
us?
I have a Dakimakura.
My first Dakimakura is of Nanoha.
Mine is not.
Hmm.
But anyways, there's
Actually, I remember you and the other childhood friend. You guys tried to make me watch this.
yeah, she was, her mom's the one who bought me the Dakimakura for my birthday.
Oh my god. Oh my
Because we went to the
god.
anime store together, and she's like, and then Kantabula was like, do you want it? And I was like, yeah.
Kantabare and I tried to get Minty a Seshomaru Dakimakura for her birthday.
Oh my god, I would punch you guys for that. Because there isn't any like good Shishomaru Dakimakura
He looks good!
pictures.
Well.
He
Yes,
looked
sir.
okay.
Alright, next on my list, Pretty Cure.
You guys tried to make me watch that one too.
Did we? I don't remember.
I don't
Yeah, no,
remember
you
a
guys
single
gave me
thing
a
from
whole
this.
list of manga and anime that I need to check out.
Well, I probably wrote it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been
The new one or
Powerpuff
the old
Girls.
one? The new one, right? Powerpuff Girls Z?
The
Oh, okay.
original one.
Yeah.
No, the original one.
I liked
Powerpuff Girls
Buttercup
Z.
in both of them. Arguably, the transformations were better in Z, though. But anyways, so I liked Pretty Cure solely because the main character's name, or one of the main characters' name, the one that's wearing the black suit, in English, her name is really similar to mine, and I just associated myself with that.
Oh my god.
And I remember I was at my grandma's house one day after school, and this is when I was still watching anime on TV, and it came on for the first time. It just like, this is like right after I was watching like Inuyasha, and then this super Maho Shoujo girl like transformation thing came up, and my eyes just like exploded. I was like, I need to watch this. And the last on my list is Angelic Lair. Have you guys seen this one?
I watched one episode.
Episode? Okay. No.
Did not.
So basically
This is me.
what it is that kids, well, I guess adults too, but like people can get these dolls in an egg, and what they have to do is they basically like, they have to sew the clothes for the egg, and then they go to these special rings, and when they put the doll inside the ring, they put on these glasses and they turn it on. Like, you can kind of see her wearing it here. Is they connect.
It's like a mini mech.
Yeah, they like connect to the doll, and whatever you think you want the doll to do, they'll do it. And so they have like tournaments and battles and stuff like that. It's just really wholesome and fun.
I couldn't get past the first episode, I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I did watch it a long time ago.
Okay, there was like a bunch of like childhood shoujos that I did not put in my list, and I was just having an existential crisis. Have you guys like watched
Yes,
Sugar
I thought you were
Moon?
gonna put that on your list instead of this manga shit.
Wow, no, I said manga was fine, and then y'all apparently
Shoujo
didn't listen.
anime!
Already quoted here. It's in
I
the
see nothing.
Discord.
Can't believe you've done this.
Oh my god.
So, like, I know that I had the one honorable mention that was Kaku and Alice, but do you guys have any ones that were about to make the list but didn't make the list?
Well, if I could include manga!
Basic, almost.
Yeah, the instructions were unclear. Minty?
Like, if we were allowed to include, if the rest of us were allowed to include manga, I would have put Hana to Akuma, my first ever
Hana.
manga.
I thought of that, but then I realized I didn't want to put that on. Kind of weird. Vivi raised her, and then they ended up.
No. We're gonna forget all
marrying.
about that. You know, he raised her and whatever, because he lives for forever, alright? Her life was fleeting. But 'twas but a fleeting moment.
Still feels like grooming.
Please don't soil my first manga like this.
That was definitely not my first manga.
It's a very healthy relationship. Yes.
I mean, it was still cute by the end. I
Right,
still
yeah,
cried.
okay. That's something we can agree on, right? We all cried at the end? Yeah?
I didn't read it.
Okay, other than you. You pessimist.
I'm not a pessimist.
Tell me you're not a pessimist without telling me you're not a pessimist.
I go out on walks every day and I look at the sun and I say, wow, I love myself.
Okay, sure.
Are there anything else other than Hana to Akuma?
Bro, there's a bunch. Like, I think another...
Kamishima Kari.
yeah. Kari. I didn't really like that one as much.
The plot was really weird, though. I mean, the sequel kind of tied some loose ends, but not really. I still remember that as like one of my first, maybe first 20 animes. And then I went to go read the manga, and it finally had a conclusion, but it was still really weird. There's so many like different things going on, the clones, and then like these other gods, and then there's a twin, but they're actually from the same person. I don't know. They're like the same half.
It was too confusing for me to get into.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, so Pyunni and I were like calling on Skype, and we would watch. We were like, oh, let's just pick a movie and watch it together. But this is before, screen share. We discovered screen share, so we just like
Not even
Just count down
discover.
click
Not
play
even
at the same
discovering
time.
screen share. It was not a thing back then.
Probably not. But Yeah, that happened, and I remember watching like these two really, really sad romance movies. And then we're just like crying on the call. We're like, we thought this was a fun time, but it's not. It was like called Midnight Sun, the one with Yui in it, like the singer Yui. That was like, I think that was her like film debut. But then she sang the song.
I don't remember that one.
Goodbye.
I don't remember that one as much.
Oh, I remember that because it was like she has like this skin disorder, skin illness, where she can't go in the sun, or she would like her skin would peel and like whatever is like disease. So then she can only like wake up at night and do everything. Then she falls in love and blah,
I don't know,
blah.
man.
And then there was a second one.
The one that stuck with me the most was I Give You My First Love.
Yeah. We like watched the live action rather than read the manga. But yeah, we watched it together. And that was just...
Bro, I did not expect that
was
to
just
happen.
Pain. That was just... What the fuck? My 13-year-old brain cannot handle all these emotions.
Like, second male lead syndrome just led into like, wait, is he the second male lead now or the first? I'm confused.
Wait, I thought there was only one pair.
No, there was like the main guy, and then remember the sort of like delinquent guy.
Listen.
And
I
how
only remember.
he had to do the surgery.
I only remember someone got in a car accident, someone died, and then who was it? The main guy or the guy.
No, that was the second guy.
Yeah, and then the guy with the cancer, he died at the end, and she married his ashes.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though. The second one, like, gave the transplant, so he technically became the first, and then like he died.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was so confusing.
But I still cried. That was a lot of tears.
I think we've chatted for enough today. So, thank you. Thank you once again for joining us in Art Degeneracy, and we'll see you next time during this Fujoshi hour. Some days soon. Stop laughing at me!
She is doing it like a presenter again.
Alright, well, we might continue this shoujo discussion next episode, and we'll just see. Yeah, thank you.
I see nothing. Bye.
Bye-bye.